Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're gonna look at how to build this compact blacksmith for our friend Oswald, who has been helping us greatly. I'm aiming to give each NPC a house that fits their style. I hope you will enjoy building this one. Before we start, wanna quickly thank my patrons and YouTube members for keeping the channel going. So with that being said, let's jump right in. These are all the building blocks and root pieces I've used to create this build. So to find the roughly cut stone, so on your map, now where the hunter is located, so if you haven't explored that far, so you can go northeast, and in this area is Netherthorn, so right here. So there is a structure which I'm currently on now, where it has a grappling hook right here, and you're able to get up pretty easy. And you're looking for this little box right there. When you interact with it, this is what you find: roughly cut stone. To find the next recipe, which is a half timber block, so using the farmer as a guide right here. So this is a farmer. That spot is located north, and it's right in this little area here is Diedwin village, where you'd find also the carpentry camp. Now it will be located in a chest that is next to a tent, and that's pretty much it. So we're gonna start off with the foundation. Now I have 2M selected and option 1, and I have roughly cut stone selected to do the foundation here. We're gonna start off with 1, and then right here we're gonna turn on the snapping. So press X. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Once you have that in, so you're going to check come from here. So 1, 2. So right here you're going to place 1, 2, and then this way 1 here, 2, 3, and just carry it around. It should be a 3x3 box basically when it's attached to right here. So over here now, let me just show you. You're gonna put 1 more stone block right here, and for right here you're gonna disable the X, and you're going to slide this in. So 1, 2. So you notice it moving. So it should be a half of this block here should be in, and should have it looking like this. And you can just bring this all the way back here, turn on the snapping point. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you should have a space here, 1 block space here. So you're going to fill this in like that, and you can just fill out the holes here. So the next thing that you're going to do is that you're going to grab your rough stone block. So hold on Control and just make the selection there on the right. And we're still on the 2M section, number 1 selection there. And I've started it right here, placing a block right here and one beside it. I'm going to place 1 more, so it should be about 3 of these. And you're going to pretty much carry this all the way back here. This is going to be the blacksmith working area. So you just got to fill this out with just the rough stone. So once you have this area done, now we're going to add some columns to the corners of the foundation here. So we're going to go to 2M and make sure that you're on the roughly cut stone. You're going to select that, and then you're going to place, scroll using the mouse wheel, kind of scroll back a bit here, and you're going to place 1 column right on top, right in the corner here, and you're going to place 1 more right here. You're going to do the same thing for the back here. Then what you're going to do now, this one you have to, so you're going to have position the ghost piece there, and you're not going to snap on top of it, but position it starting from the top here, and you're just going to go down by 1 block in like that. So same thing over here, position the character and start from the top here, so make sure it's accurate, 1 block in like that. So you should have like an extra 3 of these 1 meter blocks. 1, 2, 3. And you're going to do the same thing here. Now for this side, now you need to get your scaffold in. So maybe about 2 to 3. You go back to the hammer and use the mouse wheel, kind of push it down forward there. So you can get this snap right on top, right at the edge there. That's going to be, you're going to place 1. Turn on snapping points. It makes it easier for you, seeing that this is the only thing we can snap to right here. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's going to be the height of. So right here, the edge, snap that in, and we count up to, that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So for right here, so we're just gonna create a marking here just to find the square, disable X, and just move the mouse forward, and just by watching the line there, watching this line and this line, this is where it's supposed to be at. So just place it there just for the time being, because you're gonna use this as a guide when positioning your walls. Okay, so the next thing that we're gonna do, we're gonna fill in the walls here. So you're gonna go to press the Alt key and go to 2M if you're not there, and we're gonna select the number 2 option there, and make sure to switch the material to half timber block over to the right, and then now you're going to place the walls in. The wall is going to be the same height as the columns we have placed here, but it's going to be 1 block. You're going to push it back here just to make sure we have depth. So you're just going to stand right here, place one right here, one right there. So you're basically doing for the all around the structure here. This is how we're going to add depth to the build. So we just make sure that we go position this back a bit and bring this all the way down here. Now remember that this is pretty much a guide where you're going to outplace this side right here. So let's rotate this piece here, so it should be the same height as the wall to our left. Let's place this down and meet it right there. Should come over about right here. That should be it. So next, once you have all the walls here added, to right at this corner here, just go to 1M and you're on the roughly cut stone. You're just gonna place these in, or you can use the columns, whichever you're comfortable with, and fill that in. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do, so we're going to focus on doing the roof for this structure here, not the tall one. So you're going to go to your 2M roof and number 2, make sure you have your stone shingle roof. And what you're going to do is that you're going to place this roof on top of the pillar here, not overlapping it, like going into the pillar like this, right at the very top here. So you're going to place it in like that. It should be seeing it looking like this here. We have a little space here, and you're just going to bring this over, switch over to roof side, which is number 1, rotate it, let's bring this over. Now right here, we'll try to set this right on top, and we want a 1 meter overhang, something like that. There it is, and that is our roof. And then we're just going to bring this to the side here, moving all the way down, and give it a 1 meter overhang right here as well. Once you have the roof piece in, now you should have like a 1 meter gap right underneath the roof here. This is fine. So if you have that so far, then you're on the right track, and the overhang here. So we're just going up to the top, and we're going to switch back to number 2, outer roof corner, and we're just going to put this in first, rotate it, let's get it to right position in there. Let's see if we can get it right there. Right, let me reposition that, press on top, in line like that. And you can switch back to your roof side, and you can just snap this in like that, and basically you're going to bring the side here. You can just use X and just quickly snap these in like that, and then we're going to go to number 4, which is our flat roof piece, and we're just going to place one right there, and to bring it back there a bit, we're going to chisel that off just a bit here, and just kind of position this about, give it about 1, turn off the X snapping point, and just give it about a 1 meter extension there, because we're going to bring this wall all the way up. So might as well we just get this out of the way. So you're going to switch over to 2M, 2, make sure that you're on half timber block, and then just place this on top here. So pretty much it's going to be higher than the flat roof section there. Place that in, and pretty much you can just fill this out for now. So next we're gonna focus on the front here, this part of the build, and on this side. So right here we're going to mark where our doorway is going to be. So using in the 1M section, using number 1, the small block here, so it'll come from 1 2 space, and then you're going to take this out, and then from this side it's 1 2, and then you're going to take this out. So you're going to take all of this out, and you're basically going to count from 1 2 3 4 5. So this is pretty much our doorway. Our door should be able to fit in nicely here. Once you have that done, so counting from this corner here, so 1 2 3 4, you're gonna take this out and go up to 5. 1 2 3 4 and 5. 3 4 and 5. So it should be 2 of these blocks wide. Then you're gonna come from that window, 1 2 3 4, and then you're gonna take out this block. This block, and from here 1 2 3 4, then the next one should follow. Let's check 1 2 3 4. So our windows should be evenly spaced. You should have 1 2 3 4 space left right here. Okay, so now over to the side where the blacksmith workshop's gonna be. So it's starting from the corner here, and you're just going to use the 1 meter block in the 1M section, and you're going to count from 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So at number 9 is where we're gonna place a column right here. So it's gonna be 1 2 3. Then you're gonna add one more to make it number 4. You're going to bring another block forward like this, 1, and then another on top, another one forward like this, another one on top. This time you're going to bring it 2 blocks forward here, 2, and a block on top, then 2 blocks forward again, and 1 more block right up top. This one, you guys going to bring it all the way over to the wall. Then you're going to bring this down to about here. Now, once you have the arch in place, so you're going to grab your stone shingle roof. You're going to get to position right here. So we're going to start from the top. What we're going to do is you're going to bring it down about here. So it should be overlapping these little stones here. Like that. You're going to bring it forward a bit, because we want to have a overhang for the front, and the side is good. And that is where you're going to snap that in. So you should have it looking like this, and you just snap the other one beside it like that. And then you're going to place another on top of this, another one on top of this, one more. Let's make sure to position this properly. Let's check the front, it's in line, everything is good, and we just can snap the other one beside it like that. You're basically going to bring this all the way over to the wall here. So bring it all the way over to the wall and leave it like that, pretty much in line with this column, and that should be it. So once you have this roof piece, and the next thing you're gonna do, go back into your build menu. You're gonna go to the 4M section and go to the stairs, which is, you're gonna choose number 9 the list there. You don't want it to go into the roof. You want at least to see the little steps there, right there. So it should look like that, and just pretty much fill out everything else. You can switch back to your 2M roof. We're gonna use the flat roof here, number 4, and we're just going to make sure that we are pretty much in line with the top here. So you're going to raise it up, first of all, here. That should be good, and you're going to just bring this across. Make sure it's in line with the front. About here is fine, but let's bring it over to the wall like this. Next thing that you're gonna do is at the front here, so where you see it's almost like in line with this side here. So you're just gonna take this away. If yours is already short like this, and where this goes in more, then what you can do is that you can start placing the roughly cut stone right here. Fill it in And what you're gonna do is that you're gonna bring this, take this out, and then you can place a roughly stone right here, and this line right the very top here, the edge of the roof here, this is the line you're gonna take out so that you can fill this out using the roughly cut stone. Once you have that added up top here, so you're going to go right underneath here, make sure to select the half timber block, and I'm currently on the 2M section, number 7. Then you're just going to pretty much just add the walls right here. You can switch over to the 1M and just kind of fill this out here, going down like this. About here, it should be fine. And what you should be seeing is that. So make sure to fill out any gaps if there is any. Then next, what you're going to do just to clean up the sides right here, we're just going to go to the 1M section and go to the number 2 single roof block. Now, do not use the stone shingle roof. Use any other roof material so that it doesn't give you a clean edge there. So you're going to place one here, here, here. So give you a nice smooth line where it touches the stone shingle roof up top. So just bring this all the way up like that. Then you're just going to bring this straight across like this. And then right underneath it, you're going to switch to the single wall block. Make sure that you select the roughly cut stone. And then you're going to place this here. Just going straight across like that right there. But also make sure that this goes all the way over right into the gap here. So this should basically meet the stone, roughly cut stone here. And switch back to 1 meter block. You're going to bring this all the way down like that. You're going to do the same thing for this corner here. And right in this corner, you're just going to raise this up by 2. Then you're going to have 2 space here, 1, 2. Then you're going to raise another right here. And then 1, 2. There's going to be another adjustment here, another row of this roughly cut stone. So you're pretty much extending this area here by just 1 block. And once you have that extended, then you're going to raise this up by 2 space, 2 space, then another 2 space, 2 space. And that is it. You finished off like that. Now in between these little columns here, you're going to go to the carpenter if you have the carpenter unlocked. If not, you will have to go and get him. And also you will need the table saw. He's going to give you a new type of window, this window right here, and you're going to use that as the railing. So that's going to snap this in. So what you can do is just go up the side right here. Just try to position it. If you're unable to get it in, like lower in line with the top should be in line with the pillar here, just grab your hammer and just take out a piece right here, then switch back to the door. You can get that slip in just like that. So you can just take out just one of the blocks here. So it makes it a lot easier for you to get the window in. And you should have it like this, and you just can place the blocks back in, and then it's all good from there. Once you're done with that, the next thing you're going to do is make a space right here. Then you're going to break 2 blocks right here and break about 3, 1, 2, 3 going up. So 1 space over here, 2 blocks right here, 1, 2, 3. Basically, that's the space for the windows for this section. You're going to also break here just to create a doorway here for you to access your balcony. Okay, so right at the edge of the flat roof here, you're just going to take away this row of roof pieces here, and you're also going to take this out and this is going to replace it with a roughly cut stone. Just bring this all the way right on top. So the edge here, the line here. And so you took out that piece there, you're going to take these out so that you can bring this over like that. And you're pretty much going to bring this around here. Just take that part out and then take this out back here. And just bring this down all the way in line with this wall here. Then what you're gonna do, you're going to place these little stones right here. Kind of space it out, make it nice and clean. Now the major structure is in place here, so we're just going to add some little details here and there. So right in the corner, you're just going to bring this column up just to meet the roof, just like that. And for right here, just going to place two column, just repeating the same thing like up here. You'll have two space, and then you're going to place one right here. Then you can leave two space here, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 actually, and just place one right here. 1, 2, and then you have one more right here, like that. So you can throw in the windows in these little gaps here. You can make space here, 2 space, 1, 2, 2 space, 1, 2. That is it. Now for right here, the front of the doorway, we're gonna get one of those big chunky blocks here. Number 1, the 2M section, lower it down. The about right here, gonna place it. Then so what should happen is that this little edge here should not be in line with this doorway here, should go in by 1 block. So about right here, let me reposition this better so a little bit closer. So right there is fine, and then we can switch on over to number 8 option to put in our stairs. So let's rotate that piece, and we just snap our stairs in right there, and we are good. Now the next thing we're going to do, go back to 1M. So once you're at 1M section, you're going to place a roughly cut stone right here, and you're going to place one right here. All right, here you're going to switch to the number 2, and you're going to switch the material to tarred shingle roof. Gonna place a piece right here and one piece right here, so that you can get a nice little arch railing there for the stairs. You can make it higher, so I can place it one right here, and one would be right there. So you can just reposition it to whichever height you prefer. You can also extend it if you wish by adding another one down the bottom there. So next thing that you're going to do is that you're going to add some details here. So you're going to place right over the top a roughly cut stone right here to the side as well. Make sure it's in line with this one, not going all the way up like that. And basically you're going to do the same thing right here, right at the front, right at the side. You're going to place a block right here and one right here. Now you're going to mark your window. So from right here, 1, 2, 3, and then the next one, you're going to open this up. So 5, going all the way up. Same thing over here, place a block right here, come from this corner, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Place a block right here and place a block right there. Then yes, you place one more right there too. That should be it for right here. For this corner, you're just going to switch to the single roof block, and just gonna fill this, going all the way up, and just carry that across like that. And take this out and just kind of bring this down like this. Make it nice and clean. The base right here, you're going to place a block right here in the front and one at the base right here. So you're going to pretty much do the same thing for right here and here, and up here, one at the front and one to the side like that. The next thing that you're going to do, you're going to grab your windows. So these are pretty cheap. It's just you need wood to make these, and start from the bottom here and just aim right here. Just get that in like that, going all the way up to the top like that. Let's do this side right here. Just kind of push this in the column. Nice. Just go all the way up. So you're basically doing this for all the columns. We added these little 1 meter block here, the base and at the top. So the next part you would do is that edge. And while you're adding the windows to the edge here, you can just fill these out. Just add the windows here and over here. Next, for the blacksmith ear here. Now I use these windows for this part, but I don't have enough right now. So if you don't have those windows, you can use the regular ones. Just use just wood to make these, pretty cheap. And you just take out a block, one block right at the ground there, and then you can position it and center it like that. Simple and easy. And for the door, placing your door here. So the door I'm using is what I got from the carpenter. So I like to set the door back a bit here just to give it the whole area here some depth. So next we're gonna focus on the back structure here, which is gonna be like our tower, and we're just gonna start adding the roof here. So you're going to have a 1 meter overhang to the left side here, and what you're gonna do is that you're going to it's gonna go right through the top of the column here. So not going to rest on top of it, so like that. So see where it just got right the 45-degree angle at the very top there. So that is where you're going to place it. Make sure to place the right roof piece there. So it's going to use the stone shingle and position that. You may have to use Q to push it forward or back, pull it towards you. So you'd have to find the right position that you're comfortable with to get that in. So you do the same thing here. Just gonna pull this forward, try to position it properly. 1 meter overhang, like that, and disconnect the pieces. Now that we have the roof pieces in place over here, so the back part of the structure here, we're just gonna make sure that to raise this pillar. So let's move the mouse wheel, use Q and the mouse wheel just to pull it back, and we're just gonna put it, just carrying this up so that it can be set right underneath this roof that we're going to add. So we're gonna go back to the 2M roof and use this roof side. Let's bring that up. So it's about, so I brought it about, so I place one here, so 1, 2, and this is the 3rd row. What you can do is that you can press X and turn on the snapping point to make it easier for you. Alright, so once that is in, now this, remember the column that was right here, so for the edge of the what we have marked below, so you're gonna bring that up. So we're gonna switch back to 2M and bring this up all the way up. Like that. So once you have this, all of them in line with each other, so you're gonna add in your 1 meter overhang. So I'm not using any snapping points here. I'm just using with it off and just kind of position myself. Just place these in. But whichever is you're comfortable with, so you pretty much work with to get that in. I'm just comfortable with that method. And what you're gonna do, so go back to 1M. And we're still on the roughly cut stone. You're going to place one right at the top of this, pretty much going into the roof, and you're going to place a one in the front, at the front there. So doing the same thing over here, one at the top and one at the front. And then for the, so we're going to get a scaffolding here. So we'll place one down, maybe need about 2. Make sure that it's positioned properly. So it's not that clean right up the top here. So what we're going to do is that we're going to go back to 1M hammer. Oh, make sure that this is positioned lower right there. And this one is pretty much going to be right in front. So I'm going to bring this up. And you're going to put one right in front of it like that. Bring this up right in front of it. And pretty much carrying this over to the other side right here. Like that. And that is how we're going to finish that. And you're going to place one here and take the roof piece out and place that one in here. Now this one should be at the same height as that one right there. Make sure to look at it just to see if it is both on the same level, and that should be it. Now what you can do is that you can raise the walls here, this wall here. So let's go to 2M and carry this all the way up. Next, what you're gonna do now is we're still on this side here, so you're gonna skip. So you're gonna use the 1 meter block here, I mean the 1M section, number 1. You're gonna skip a space right here, and you're gonna skip a space below here too. So right up right there at this point, you're gonna place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and gonna place 1 more up top, makes it 7. So it should be 7. So you're gonna skip a space here, skip a space below, and start from here, going up to 7. Next thing you're gonna do is just you're gonna extend this by 1 block. You're pretty much coming out by 1 block, and you're just gonna fill this out like that. Right at the front here, I'm gonna use the shroud wood and just place a block just to go across like this. And now for right here, we're gonna go to our 2M roof section, and we're still using the stone shingle roof. We're going to position this to go halfway. So it's halfway the top here. Make sure it's 1 meter block overhanging to the left, and for the front should be good. So you should have something in like this. Then the other side, do likewise. You're going to switch back to 1M, and you're going to go to your 1 meter block or single roof block, and make sure that you're using a roof material that is not stone shingle. So I'm using the roof tile in this case here. And what you're going to do is that you're going to place a block right here. You're just carrying this all the way up, and just carry this over right here. Take this one out. Then you're going to bring it down here like that. To shape out the windows, so counting from right here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So right here we're going to place the roof block, so make sure you have number 2 selected, and we basically bring this straight across like this. We're just going to add another block here just to smallen this up a bit, the corner here, and get your window shaping up like that. Now what you can do is that you can go for a window. I'm using the fancy one I got from the carpenter, and just place it right at the top here. Then what I'll do is that I'll fill this part out with just the other cheaper looking windows. Also, if you're putting the window, make sure that you push it down into the ground here, into the wood here. You may have to take out 1 block so that you can position it to lower in that piece, and then you can place these on top of it so that you end up with a look like this. Alright, so then what you're gonna do to finish off this side here, you're gonna get the regular windows, and you're just gonna place these in the pillars like you see it now. You may have to get you also do it on this side too, so you just fill this in, going all the way up like that. And this is it for this side. So now for this side here, we're going to go to our 2M section and select the first option, number 1, and make sure that you're on the roughly cut stone block. So you're going to make a space here. So starting from the edge here, you're going to push it 1, 2, and then you're going to go in about 1 block in like this, place that in, and then you can snap the other one beside it easy like that. Then what you're going to do next is that you're going to switch to number 5 for columns, and you're going to change the material to the half timbered block. So you're going to place 1 and 2. Then right up the top, you're going to place, so go to 1 meter block, you're going to place 2 of these 1 meter blocks on top of the 2 columns There's one more little detail I forgot to mention, so you may have to make adjustments here. So you have to push this column here, so it should be one space here, and then you place this column right here. So I do apologize. There's a lot of detail to this build here, and I'm trying to remember each of them accurately. So each time I have to double check, and so that was a bit off. So I apologize for that. Now for this section here, well, for the front here, you're going to grab your shroud wood and just bring it across here. Pretty much you can do the back part here too, because you're going to need it to place some roof pieces, 1 meter block roof pieces. So once that is in, so you're going to get your block here, so preferably anything that is not the stone tile. So you're going to bring this all the way up. You will need to get a higher vantage point so that you can snap these in better as you go higher. Alright, so I pretty much raised it up to the same height as the column, and we're just going to go to our 2M roof section, get to one of the roof side. Let's rotate it to the side here. You're not going to place it on the top. You're still going to have the 1 meter overhang to the left, and for the front, you're going to pull this down a bit so it's overlapping the top of the column there. Should go in like this. Let me undo that and make sure I'm using the stone shingle roof. So let's try that again. Have that in, rotate it, and then pull this over and place that in. So once that is in place, then you go back to your roof piece, and you're just going to basically carry this. Make sure that it's not the stone shingle roof piece there, so you don't have any problems getting this in. So pretty much making it meet on the other side, so you have a nice little triangle top there. So once you have the window open up like this, you can just add the regular windows right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you go back to your hammer, and you're going to add a beam going across like this, that, and then right up the top, you're just going to add the fancy windows right in here, like that. That is pretty much it. Now for the front here, right here, what you're going to do is that you're going to go back to, you're going to use the regular windows, and you're going to pretty much snap these right here, going all the way up like that. So both sides here, one here and here. So this is pretty much it. So I've added the detail here. As you can see right at the top here for this window, you may have a little gap here, so you can use the roof tile or whichever roof that you use and just fill out the gap here so it looks like this. And that is basically it. Now for the back here, for the chimney, what I use is, let's go to the 2M section, and I pretty much use just the rough cut stone and just kind of positioned it centered. You're going to push it in just a bit. That height is good, and pretty much going all the way up the top here, so above the roof. Fine, I'm going to show you on my first copy here. So basically carry this going all the way up and pretty much stop right there. And what you're going to do is just use the 1 meter stone blocks here just to place it at the end, not the right at the corner. So you're going to skip this part here when you go up. So it's going to be a gap right here, and you place a 1 meter block right here and one here. You're pretty much doing the same thing all around the chimney here, and at the very top is just basically 1 meter block going all around like that. So, and for the base here, so it's going up straight. Extend the side here a bit. As you can see, it's not much, and not come up with a good looking chimney. To tell you honest truth here. So now for the inside. So right here where the top of this, there's gonna be a gap. This is where you're gonna position the flooring of this for this section here. So this is what you're going to do. Pretty much fill this out, going all the way back here like this. The next part we're going to work on right here, we're just going to place the flooring pretty much where we cut out the doorway. It's the same level as our balcony out there, so it's pretty much going to fill this area here out. Here is a tour of the house with some light decorations so you can get some ideas. The build may seem big outside, but it's compact on the inside, so I had to eliminate the idea of adding stairs inside to access the top floor because it took up too much space. So opt for using ladders that you can craft at the carpenter, which save a lot of space, so I could make a cozy fireplace. Added a space for storage and a spot for him to rest his head. Well, I hope Oswald likes it.
Is that it?
That is it. Hope you had fun building this, and don't forget to always aspire to inspire. Peace.